Hi everyone, I'm Rick with EcoSteps Coatings. Today I want to talk to you about the stain intermix system from EcoSteps. This system embodies the whole philosophy behind EcoSteps Coatings. The whole philosophy behind it is keeping it simple. Our little inside motto is keep it simple, stupid. You can put the emphasis, whichever word you want to on that, but you know the meaning behind it. People out in the field are not supposed to have to be the chemist trying to figure everything out. You should, in the case of finishing stuff, be able to pop the can, put it in your gun, apply it however you decide to apply it, and have the product come out looking incredible and be incredibly durable. That's the philosophy behind it. Staining is always one of the more problematic areas in finishing. So many choices, people are showing you pictures of magazines of what they want. It's a back and forth trip to your local store to get the color matched perfectly. A lot of wasted time. What we've done here is we've taken 50 colors. Still a lot of colors, 50 of them. We've designed the most popular colors. We looked at pretty much all the competition's colors, what over so many years of doing this have been the most popular colors, the trends and so forth, and come up with these 50 colors. We put them all inside of a nice maple case, durable setup. All the samples are done on cherry veneer. We chose cherry. That seems to be one of the most popular ones. It shows color well. It just tends to work good for displaying this to your customers. The beauty of this system is that all of these colors are made utilizing 4 colors and a clear base. So whether you're making a really light color like this or a dark color like this, they all can be made using these colors here. These are standalone stains. They're pretty concentrated, however, you could very easily use them directly on your piece of wood, not have any problems with it whatsoever. Now, the beauty of this system is you don't need a little gram scale or anything like that. You put these in a box along with this, keep it in the back of your truck, in your shop, what have you. You're ready to go out in the field for doing a small little touch-up, matching in, working back and forth with your customer to achieve the color they want and get them to sign off on it right then so you can go back to work. Simple it is. This is a volumetric system. There's similar systems that have been on the market for a while that use a gram scale or what have you, where you've got to be precise in weighing everything out. And so, too difficult. We needed to keep it simple. There's also, those systems have 12, 18, 24, 36 plus colors in a rack that you have to purchase in order to make those colors. We kept it simple. The whole basis for this came about from your inkjet printer. Look at that. In your inkjet printer, you open it up, you got 4 colors in it. That's how we work this. You've got 4 colors, 4 basic colors, and a clear base for dilution purposes. Out of that, you can make any of these in virtually any color. These are stains in and of themselves. So if you needed a bright red color, there you go. You can just use the red dye stain in and of itself. Now, what about our dyes? We use, there's a lot of dyes on the market, a lot of aniline dyes, whether water, alcohol, solvent, dissolvable, what have you. They're not color fast. Aniline dyes, by their nature, are not color fast. They were originally designed to go as an undertone on a species of wood, and then you stain on top of it. They will, if used alone, they fade out very, very, very fast in the presence of light. We're using metal complex dyes. These are the same kind of dyes used in a lot of fabrics, exterior fabrics. They are exterior rated in and of themselves. So you can be confident using these. You're going to get that crisp, bright, clear color out of it without compromising the durability. Okay, when I'm saying volumetric, here's how this works. Each one of these colors has a number on it. You go to a chart. The volume that you use can be anything. So if you're needing just a little tiny bit for a touch-up area, you can use a syringe. This is just a little milliliter syringe, no tip on it, by the way, just the syringe itself, broken up into cc's or milliliters. You can do as small a part of this as you want. I mean, you can do a half a milliliter of each color as long as you stay consistent with it. You can move up. This is the lid off a soda bottle or off a water bottle. Works great. It's a unit. Salsa cup, when you go to the taco shop, you get your salsa in it, rinse it out, makes a good measuring cup. Up to a larger one, a little mix and measure with calibrations on the side, up to gallons or what. if you're needing a small amount, use a small unit. If you're needing a large amount, get a gallon can up. Fill it up out of the 5 with the units, dump it into a bigger one. You're going to make 5 gallons of stain. It doesn't matter. The volume is irrelevant, or the size of the volume is irrelevant, as long as it's consistent for that color that you're doing at that time. Now, on some of these, just to show you the difference between it, I'm going to utilize a syringe for it, just to show you the parts. And I've already filled them. There's your colors in the clear. I've already filled the syringe here. Now, a part could be 1 milliliter. You can make that small an increment for it, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that. We're going to do a real small one. Let's just take, what do we got here, 3010. That's the color there. So we're going to take that, look at our formulation, 3010, I'm sorry, 3110, my bad. 3110 utilizes 2 parts brown, 1 part black. That's a pretty easy one. We're going to set that down there. These little salsa cups, love these, they're very convenient to use. So again, we're going to do 2 parts of brown, 1 part of black. I'm going to go ahead and use the syringes here. So here's my brown syringe. Now I know it's going to be hard for it to pick up on the camera there, but I filled it up to 8 cc's or 8 milliliters. I need 2 milliliters, so I'm just going to dump in and squeeze that syringe down to 7, 6. Right there. And we also need 1 part of black. Same thing here. Got this one also filled to 10, so this one is going to drop down to 9 milliliters. There we go. I'm just going to give that a little swirl around. I mean, we're talking, there's 3 milliliters of liquid in here. If you got a little corner of a cabinet or something like that that needs touching up for your customer, you guys dinged it when you were installing it, what have you, this does it for you. I mean, that is literally all you'll need. So we'll take a little spongy here. Got a piece of just cherry veneer, similar to what I used there. Obviously, there's always going to be differences no matter what on the stain. From wood grain to batches, there's always slight differences, but it's stain. It's not a solid color. So I'm going to take a little bit of that here, put it on. And get a rag. Now obviously you would want to leave this setting on a realistic amount of time. You're not putting it on and taking it off right away. You're going to be putting it on, doing an entire surface. It's going to have a couple minutes to dry, then you're going to go back and do it. So I'm going to wipe this off just so you get an idea. And I think you can see right there, color is right on with it. As soon as this thing is dried and finished, it'll be a dead ringer to this. Now, if I wanted to make a larger volume of it, I would do the same thing. Instead of 2 cc's, I may use 2 cupfuls of this to achieve the same thing. My color is going to be identical no matter what, as long as my volumetric stays the same. Now, let's say you're working on a piece of wood maple, something a little bit harder, maybe not quite as absorptive of this. Color is going to be the same, or the tone is going to be the same. However, you may need to get it a little darker. After this dries for a second, let's be realistic, let's give it about 5 to 10 minutes. You can apply another coat. It will darken. This stain is a true penetrating stain. It does not form a film. You just stack the coats, get darker and darker each time. Okay, let's choose another one. Let's do something a little brighter. This is color number 2040. So color number 2040 is, okay, it utilizes 1 part brown, 1 part red, and 2 parts of clear. Put that there as a marker for myself. Okay, I'm going to use another little cup here, but this time I'm going to show you using this little bottle cap as my unit of measure. So 1 part brown, and this is where it gets a little bit messier, so this is also why I wore the gloves. Okay, here's brown. So I'm going to get 1 part of this. So the whole trick when you're working on these small with the little pumps is nice and slow so I don't splatter all over. I'm just going to fill that up. 1 part of that goes in. Next color is red. Set that back. Grab the red. Utilizing the same thing here, I'm going to do 1 part of red. It's always easier when working in bigger volumes. You don't have to be quite so dainty about filling these little guys. Part red. And the easy one is the clear. You can usually tell that one because it's the only clean bucket afterwards. So we're going to do 2 parts of that. So I'm going to fill it up twice. Once. Twice. Okay. Just like that. And since I've got a little stir stick, we'll use my finger. Stir that around, make sure I get all the color good and intermixed into it there. And I'm going to grab the other side of that little board we just used. A little spongy. Again, I'm going to let that soak for a second or two to be realistic to it. But you can already see, aside from it being wet and thick on there, it's going to come out that color. And I'm just going to wipe it lightly here so that you see it will indeed be that color. Again, if I left this on longer, it would go darker. But you can see, color's the same between them. It's that easy. The Intermix system is that simple. It does not matter how you do it, as long as you stay consistent in your volumes. The other thing I'll mention about these, I think I already said, they're standalone stain. So if you needed to do bright red, guess what? That's straight red stain on there. These are available in a gel form or a liquid form. A lot of times for sampling, the liquid form is an easier system to do it with. So if you're making a color, you've come up with your own formulation, you keep track of your ratios, you call us up and say, hey, I need 6 gallons, here's my formula, and you utilize little caps or whatever, you give us your ratio, we make you up 6 gallons, we'll have it ready for you that afternoon. It's that quick. We have a system where it'll just compute in there, same volume comes out, you've got the exact same colors for it. So whether you're doing a little touch-up, big one, doesn't matter. You have a color like this and it needs to be a little bit browner. Fine, you take that starting formula that you had, add 1 extra part of brown, or it needs to be less red. Take out a part of red. Anything like that will make it easy for you to do. Call us in with the formula and you're ready to run again. Turns out you make a great color. Get a blank chip. We have these available. You make your own, whatever species of wood you're working with. You make your own up, add it in there, write the formulation on the back, add it to your collection. There's no reason that that color couldn't be used at a future date. It may be the perfect one for what you're using. So that is it in a nutshell, the stain intermix system. Incredibly simple, 4 colors. Sounds too good to be true. I know you guys have seen other systems like this out there. Most of them contain 12, 18, 32 plus stains to intermix to achieve their colors. That again makes you guys, the chemists, too much chance for error. There's 4 colors. How do we achieve them all with 4 colors? Think of your inkjet printer at home. That uses 3 to 4 ink cartridges in it. And you're able to get all those colors out of your photograph or what have you in it. Same concept here. Keeping it simple, stupid, makes life much easier for you guys. So that is it. I'm Rick with EcoSteps Coatings. Thanks for joining me today. Look forward to the next video.